What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about the promo cards, right? So we have Grammel the Hunger and, oh my gosh, I forgot the other dude's name. Let me see here. The rare card, Arcane Skinwalker. All right, so Grammel the Hunger and Arcane Skinwalker. We obviously did not sell out the entire presale, so the print rates for these are going to be lower than what the maximum amount that I think I did a video on a little while back. So I wanted to update those numbers for you now. And again, this is just a rough number because keep in mind there's going to be probably a little bit more in terms that are given out for these rewards, right? So the black foils and gold foils and such. So we're sitting at 2.4 billion DEC that was spent. Again, these are just rough numbers. I ran them through, but 400,000 for each copy of Grammel the Hunger, which is the legendary, and then 40,000 for Arcane Skinwalker. So when you do the easy math on that, it leads to about 6,000, a little bit more than 6,000 for Grammel the Hunger that are going to be printed or minted, I should say, and about 60,000 or a little bit more than 60,000 for Arcane Skinwalker. Now, I think the interesting thing is to see how does this compare to Rebellion, right? Because we had something similar with Rebellion in terms of a legendary as well as a rare promo card. And so when you see Mantaroth here, we had about 5,400 minted. So there's not that many more than the Mantaroths out there. And if you want to get an idea of just how scarce Mantaroth is and see what the price is on the marketplace or something like that, you can probably use Mantaroth as a pretty good proxy, right? I don't know if demand is going to be higher in terms of like there's more players, coming about now than there were back in Rebellion. If anything, it might be a little bit lower now, just again, from a very raw standpoint, looking at the daily active users versus back then. Obviously, we spent more money in this presale, which I think shows a lot of conviction, but we'll have to wait and see what the demand looks like from the players to get these cards. On the other side, right, Grimbar Smith is the other one here. There's only 48,000 printed, so it's about 25% more of the Arcane Skinwalker printed. So those won't be as highly, well, they won't be as scarce. The other thing that I was thinking, and I don't know this yet because we haven't really seen the meta, Grimbar Smith for a long period of time early on became a staple part of the meta. I mean, super, super crucial until we started getting Venka and other cards that could really take it out, right? Venka, Cryptic, others. But, there was a time period where like you needed to have, if you wanted to compete in leaderboard or just be at the top of the game, you needed to have a Grimbar Smith. I don't know if that's going to be the case for Arcane Skinwalker. I mean, I was already kind of disappointed with the card. I think Grammel is a lot more interesting as a promo card. But again, it remains to be seen just how good the card is going to be. Although I do remember looking at Grimbar Smith and being like, that's a pretty solid card, right? Because at that time, I believe we already knew that like weapons training was a thing. I think that had come out with the Chaos Legion reward cards, and so it's just like you could give this guy some serious power. And we didn't have Expose as an ability yet, right? Or as something that could be used to take away immunity. So again, I don't know if the abilities, new abilities that are coming in, and the abilities specifically that Grammel and Arcane Skinwalker have are going to be ones that are super clutch and crucial to the meta. I mean, my hope is that they are, right? You want these promo cards to be highly desired, but now that we have the numbers, the next thing to see is the meta. How much in demand are they going to be for people that really want to be competitive at both levels, right? Both at not both levels, but both formats, and Modern as well as in Wild, right? Because even though most people are going to be playing in Modern format, even though most of the Conclave Arcana cards will probably be participating in Modern format if you have them, I don't doubt that there's going to be a lot of play in Wild format as well. And even if not, just like, Wild tournaments and Wild guild brawls. So at the end of the day, like, it's going to shake up the meta for the entire game, which is going to be fun and exciting. And the whole racial bloodline things is going to be something to really see if it has as much of an impact, more or less than tactics, right? So that's all I really have for you guys in this video. Just want to share with you some of the raw numbers and just some speculation moving forward on what could potentially happen. For those of you, I'll close out on this actually. For those of you wondering what the final kind of like max copies are. It's going to be about like 550-ish for Grandma the Hunger, the legendary one, and about 10x that, right? So 5,000, I think, for Arcane Skinwalker. And again, it's 11 to max out, 11 BCX to max out a regular foil Grammel, and 115 BCX, so slightly more, right? If you're just looking at the proportions, 115 BCX to max out the rare promo card. So that's how we get to, if you just take that roughly 6,000 or 60,000 divided by 11 or divided by 115, get to about like 550 or 5,500. So again, are we going to get that down to that many? I mean, I don't know. We'll see how good these cards are, but it will be fun to watch how it all plays out. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.